Hey guys, Eileen here from Homegrown Happiness and welcome back to another video. It's so close to winter now, and in this garden that means that I lose the sun at 11:30. I'm going to be focusing now on some more clearing and some more tidying and weeding, which will just be really just flipping over some of the mulch I've laid down to hide the weeds. And I'm going to be feeding my plants. I'm going to be giving all my brassicas a real nice healthy dose of some manure. And I am also going to be collecting leaves to make leaf mould. So if you don't know what leaf mould is, I'll attach a link down below in the description box, but it's pretty much just leaves that have broken down, usually over a year, at least a year, and it's super good for your garden. It's really good water retainer, it adds nutrients, it's a clay softener, it's a great mulch, and it's like 100% carbon. So unlike compost, which is a mix of your nitrogen and your carbon, this is 100% brown matter, 100% dead leaves that have broken down. So I've got lots of brassicas growing in different sections of the garden, and these could all do with a good feed before winter comes. So in this bucket here I have exactly what it looks like, manure mixed with water. So this delicious looking concoction is going to be used around the brassicas and some other vegetables, but mainly the brassicas, they're such heavy feeders. It's aged horse manure, but I've also soaked it in water since yesterday. This is because the manure itself, the clumps of manure, can kind of act like a slower release fertilizer for the plants, and then the water that it's been soaked in will be like a liquid fertilizer, so they'll be able to take up those nutrients a little bit quicker. So I'm going to be scooping up this wet manure with a fork, which, yes, is very counterproductive. I've lost my trowel, probably around here somewhere, so we might find it, but in the meantime we'll see how this goes. So I'm just going to be scooping this stuff around the drip line of the plant. So everything has a generous scoop of poop on it now, which will help in winter, give the plants that boost before it starts getting really cold. Next on my list of things to do was a bit of weeding, and I was just going to go around and flip upside down the patches that have lots of grass, but I think I might also add on some more mulch. If you're doing a deep mulching method, you have to keep adding mulch, you can't stop. If you stop, then the mulch breaks down and the weeds will come through quite quickly, so the trick is to keep adding on more and more. I don't do it like too much, maybe once a month I'll add some, and it depends what it is, what I can find, what I can get for free. Right now I'm going to be adding this meadow hay, which I got given from a client who has horses, and she said that it's too wet, I think, or too, I don't know, it's gotten too wet for her horses to eat it, so I'm going to use it in the garden. So when it's like little bits like this, it's not hard to just flip it upside down and hide the weeds and have them break down back into the soil. But when it's like this, I feel like it's just a little bit messy, especially I've just put the poop on it. I don't want to start flipping that stuff upside down. I'm just going to cover it with more hay. Okay, so you have to remember that this ground used to be clay, and I haven't added any extra soil or done any digging. I've just kept mulching on it, and any green waste or anything I had would be under the mulch breaking down. And it's just a fresh mulch from today. Underneath there now, it's just worm-filled and dark, beautiful soil. Without having to do any work really. Mentioned before, I lose the sun very early in this garden when winter comes. In autumn it already goes at about 11:30, and then in winter it gets even worse. So everything that I want to be eating in winter I had to have planted by summer, like January, February at the latest, especially for things like broccolis and cauliflowers. If I didn't get them in then I wouldn't be having them at winter. So that being said, the stuff that I have in my garden now, I have to harvest it in a way that's sustainable, where I can keep harvesting. So I will show you how I do that too. These broccolis and cauliflowers I planted in January, so they have already started forming their heads. Again, quite slowly because of the lack of sun, but they're still getting there, so I'll be able to eat those soon enough. And these ones were a month behind, so they're also coming along, but slower. No heads as of yet. And then these ones here were even further behind, but this area gets a little bit more sun than the rest of it, so I'm not too worried. Okay, so lettuce is something that I have quite a lot of in this garden. We eat a lot of salad, but even though I have a few of them, if I picked the whole bunch every single time, then we would run out quite quickly. So when I'm harvesting my lettuce, I make sure that I only take the outer leaves of every plant. Keep harvesting the outer leaves, and in the middle will just keep growing. And that way I can just keep coming, picking and coming again.
Absolutely flawless in every way. That's the day I'm having right now. I pinch my arm to believe. I wish I could stay right here and never leave.
So as long as I make sure that I harvest like this, then what's behind me can last us through winter, if not longer. As well as all the greens, we have some parsnips and carrots and beetroot, plus a lot of self-seeded potatoes. I do actually leave them even in winter. The green does die back when frosts come, but I quite like being able to harvest baby potatoes whenever I want them. So unless they're in like a really invasive place where they shouldn't be, I will leave them. And then we also have our pumpkins that we grew over summer and the beans that we dried. So yeah, that's how we eat in winter.
Wait up, sundown, wait a while. I don't want this day to end. Wait up, sundown, wait a while before the night descends.
where I'll end the video now. I'm going to go out now and collect some leaves for leaf mould. If you enjoyed watching this video, please like and subscribe.
Wait up, sundown, wait.